Locations have a weird way of taking us back. Walking past your old house, going to a place you'd play with your friends as a child. The funny thing is, it doesn't even have to be the same location. You just have to see something, anything, that seems familiar to give you deja vu. It's weird how strong emotional memories can lock inside our heads, even without us knowing, until a tiny, small detail brings us right back into that moment. Something we haven't thought about for maybe even years. There's a forest not too far from our house that I've only been to a few times. But every time I go there I get pulled back into when I was young, when my family would go on outings to this huge wooded park. I think it was a National Trust site or something. But it was amazing. You'd go in and be surrounded at the entrance by what seemed like at least 100 people. Couples, families, sitting on old withered wooden benches eating lunch, some brought from home, some bought at the cafe at the entrance. But everyone was happy, loud, laughing, bathed in the deep overbearing warmth of summer. Then you'd walk deeper into the woods, and soon enough it felt empty. The laughter was gone, the people, even the overbearing heat was gone, as the respite of the overhanging foliage envelops you in shade. You are lost deep in nature. Your only guide a dusty path made by a footfall of hundreds, thousands of prior journeys. It's odd to think of how our modern lives are so constructed, cold, urbanized, when clearly people have this overwhelming desire to be in nature, to escape, to be free. It was freeing, wandering through these untold lands with my childish wonder and merriment. I'd often go wandering by myself, wanting to be alone, just to explore and be enveloped in this world. And yet now, despite this, when I go into a forest, I don't think of my wild journeys and lone expeditions. I think about my mum, her long hair blowing madly in the wind, her own wonder of the deep woods mimicking mine, her expression overcome with pure joy, not because of her own journey, but because I was happy, watching me and my brother play and revel in this odd feeling of independence, of freedom. I haven't seen my mum in about a year now, but this forest, that I've only been to a few times, that I didn't even know existed 2 years ago, it makes me feel like a child again, exploring the beauty of nature, free from worry and adult problems, like I'm back with my mum. I love this forest.